Hello, hello. Let me get back onto Facebook because I'm off of it. There I am. When you pop on, say hello so I know you're there. Let's see if this will work correctly tonight. There it goes. I don't know why it didn't do that last night. There it goes. Okay, well that doesn't work. Oh, I know why I can't find it. I'm on the wrong account. There used to be one of these that had a seagull on it, and I can't find it. Why is it taking so long to post? Alright, well, if you're joining, my name is Vicki. I'm an independent designer with Chalk Couture, and we're waiting for that to do its thing. I'm going to put these transfers that we used last night back on their backer and get them out of the way. Oh, what the heck? Compose, restore. What the heck is that? Facebook's having an issue. Well, it posted then. Stupid thing. I don't know what's happening up the street. I have heard more cars come down my street tonight than I have in a long time. Usually that only happens when there's an accident up the street. So I guess there's an accident. Although I didn't hear any sirens. Who knows what's going on? Alright, let me grab that. Group. Wow. Could we not put any more steps on here? And my heat press has gone off, so I can go grab that. Let's see. I should put it in that group. That would be funny. So we made these with this transfer last night. We used the two middle ones. So we used our white ink and made some pot holders. I've got plenty more to make, but just I don't have any more pot holders right now, so I got to go buy some more. So we're going to heat set these real quick and then start a new project. Now, because these are already have the heat protected on it, I don't need to put my heat mat down. Kind of pointless. That's the whole point of that. So I'm just going to grab that. Put that on there. It's approximately 30 seconds per side. I can't do the other side of these because it's on the pocket. So kind of can't do that. Hello, Miss Amy. Oh, thank you, much appreciated. So I'm going to do that. Well, that's not good. These are dry, so I usually do this, which probably would prevent it from flaking off like it just did. It normally doesn't do that. I've done this before. Okay, good enough for those two. Like I said, it's roughly 30 seconds per side, and I may have to retouch that one up. All right, I'm gonna do these. Put our parchment down. It is not wax paper. That will melt. Do not use wax paper. This is me turning it over, because you kind of can't. Well, it's not that you kind of can't, it's that you can't. You don't have to move it. It's something I need to do. Okay, good enough. That's why it pulled up on the other one. This one had a little issue. See, there's like look at the H, and there's some little pieces missing there. It's not critical, but it's because I didn't put that parchment on there, and when I heat set it, it got a little sticky. That's what pulled up. It's okay. I just noticed that had a bleed on it. It's okay. They're all okay. All right, so those are done. We're going to get some baking mix and some whisks and spatulas and put it in the pocket, and then put it in a cellophane bag. Maybe some other stuff in there. I haven't decided. And that's going to be like little teacher gifts that I'm going to have ready to go. I got to get more of those. And all the goodies. Alright. So we're going to do this other project I have in mind. I saw somebody else do something like this, so we're going to try it. This is just a cheap canvas. It's not even a real canvas. It's not canvas. It's canvas board. Now I really see, it's got the little feet to stand it up this way, horizontal. I really want to stand it this way. So I may have to go get a frame to put this in, because I really want to do it this way. I was thinking about changing my design and putting it this way just so I have the feet, but I think I'll get a frame and do it this way. All right, so we're going to try this. Who's on? Oh, it's just me. When you pop on, say hello. I'm not even sure I can tag my regular peeps. This is our etched sunflower transfer. It's very like unique. And I need to clean up my transfers. Let me see if I can tag my girls here. Who else is normally on here? Kelly and Tori. Carrie's usually on. We'll start with you. I don't know if it actually tagged you or not. All right, so we're going to try this. It'd probably be better if I had a Ziploc that didn't have the label on it. All right, we're going to cheat. We're going to cheat and do it this way. Because I don't care about the stem per se, but I want the flower on there. All right. I need a Sharpie. I have some newer ones. Let's see if this is one of them. Yes, it is. All right. So we're trying this. It may be a total disaster. I've seen somebody else do it. It looks pretty good. Oops. So I am just kind of tracing the outline of my design. Does not have to be perfect at all. I just need to know where it's at. And we're going to fake that. Like I said, it does not need to be exact. Just give me an idea where it's at. I could be more precise if I wanted to be, but I don't need to. Okay, good enough. I don't know if anybody else has popped on. I don't think so. Okay, now I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to make sure that's dry. It is. That way, that way, okay. So it's this way. I gotta do this the right way. All right. I'm saying about flipping it, but I can't really do that. So we're gonna do it on here. All right. I need some paste colors. All right, we're gonna use yellow. There it is. Found it. We're going to use orange. We're going to use this green. We're going to use some bark. And I want some darker green. That one. First things first, we need to make sure we got some paste that we can use. This one should be fine. Yes. My hair does not need to be in the middle of this. These pastes will be fine. All right. I'm going to use my trays because we're going to kind of watercolor on this. But I want some of this darker green. And this one, I'm trying to keep from drying out. It was kind of on the way out. I already rescued it once. But we're just going to give it a little water, stir it up. Maybe give it a little more water. See, I do this on the camera because otherwise you don't know what to do with your paste if they start drying out. You spray some water in there, you add a little bit at a time. Use distilled or bottled water. Don't use tap water because tap water's got crap in it and that can mold your paste, or if it could discolor it too, depending on the color. Like dark green, I really doubt it's going to do anything to, but now while I'm in this one, I'm going to add a little extra to this before putting it on the tray. And stir this up. It's usable. I'm just doing a little extra prep work on the actual paste. I don't even think I need the trays, to be honest. I do for the yellow, though. I do for the yellow. I need a paper towel. So my yellow is kind of like caviar. It's a little chunky. It's just because it needs more water. It's just the way this one was processed. It works fine once you get it blended enough. It's just I don't have enough room in my jar to blend it down enough yet. It's completely usable. It's just not smooth like the other pastes are. I had other pastes that were like this, and the more you use it, then the more room there is in the jar for it to like not be so chunky. And I'm actually going to put some of that over here on my tray. And get it where it's not chunky on my tray. See, that's all it needed. It's just a little extra water. All right, getting there, getting there. So if you're watching the replay, make sure you hit type out replay so I know you're watching or that you've watched. You can also text 34 designs to number 22828 and enter your email address, and I will add you to my newsletter list. I'll have a new newsletter coming out, what are we, in a couple of days actually, because we have new promos and specials that start October 1st. So if you want to find out about those, you get on my newsletter list and I will send those out. Usually the newsletter goes out, some months it's only once. Sometimes there's an additional sale that pops up. Like this current week, Chalk Couture added a special on all the cutout surfaces where they're buy one, get one free, which is still going on till the 30th. And so I added an extra newsletter to send out because of that. Normally I would, well, it depends on what's going on, honestly. I don't send that many. It's usually once, maybe 3 times a month. Mostly it's just once. I'm not going to worry about cleaning that off because it's light green and it's such a small amount. It's not going to hurt that dark green. All right, now I just need to check the brown, and we are good to go for this part. I will need black in a bit, but I don't want it yet. Okay, that's good enough. In fact, how did I get green on me? Oh, I know. From the paper towel that I've been wiping stuff on. From that. That's where I got it. I think Kelly fell asleep. She must have. All right. I don't need that piece of towel. I'm going to get a new towel. And I'm going to use the actual brush instead of the foam brush. But I want it wet. I want it wet. Towel. I prefer a wet brush as opposed to dry. It's better. It's better for the brush. All right. So I'm going to work lighter to darker. And I need to know what my flower looks like because I didn't put the circle on it. Small problem. Close enough, right? So if I flip this like this, then that flower is going to be here. See, I do need to do it reverse. I need to do it on this side. So when I flip it, this leaf is here. It flips this way. This will go on. Okay, so I do need to do it this way. This way. All right. Now, I've seen other people do, oh, this is still not going to be very smooth. I've seen other people do this, and it's more watered down. You can do it however you want. In fact, we're going to use the other yellow too. I have another yellow here, because that is a little chunky. It's chunkier than I thought. I'm not being exact. I don't care to be exact. But I do need to move a little bit quicker. I do need to do that. Oh, I forgot something. You really forgot something. That's not open. I'm gonna cheat. Because there is water in here that isn't mixed in. I sprayed water in there to go with to mix up my paste more. So I'm just stealing the water, the colored water. All right. Now, I'm going to take this, get these out of the way. Okay, that's a mess. I can't put that anywhere. Can't put that anywhere. Sit, boo-boo. Let me clean up my mess, And this needs to dry anyway. It probably should have been a little bit more watery, but I didn't want it running off my bag either. There's a chunk there that I didn't know I had. See, that just makes it look goofy. All right. I need to dry this. We're going to go with this one, though. But what's the fast one? We're about to get the hairdryer out. It's much quicker. It just blows everything around. Done on watercolor paper, which is a different surface and it absorbs it better than this board. But I've had these boards for a while and I just wanted to try it. Good where that flake was, it flew off. So clear. Oops. It's fine. It's on the edge. Seems to be pretty dry. Now we're going to get our transfer. I'm going to move that out of the way. And I am going to fuzz this. It shouldn't stick because the paste is already on there, but I'm going to fuzz it a couple of times. That just makes it not so sticky. But we're going to do something first. If you cut a corner, it makes it easier to figure out which direction your transfer goes back on the backer instead of having to guess which corner lines up with which corner. Because they look like they're perfectly straight, but they're not, because they're all put on a big machine, and as you know, using a paper cutter, as you go down, the stuff slides. So some of them do not have exact straight lines. So when putting your transfer back on your backer, it may not line up perfectly, is where I'm getting at. This is not killing the transfer, because when I wash it, most of this fuzz will come off. And I'm doing it a little extra just so it does not pull up any of that paste that's already on there. Alright. So if you popped on, make sure you say hello. Let me know that you're there. Oh, there's Miss Kelly. Yes, and there's Miss Tori. I'm live. Okay, so let me catch you up before we go to the next step. So, we took our transfer. We had our, let me move this out of the way. We had our transfer on the backer. We put it in a Ziploc bag. Okay? We put it in a Ziploc bag. We traced the outside of the design with our bag. Then I put paste on it. Didn't really matter. We put paste on it. So now we have like this abstract looking design. And then I've dried my canvas. That's what it looks like right now. Kind of looks like a kid did it, which is fine. It really works better on watercolor paper, and a little bit more, actually, it would have worked better on watercolor paper. Now I fuzzed my transfer, and I'm going to put it back on top of the, well, I'm going to put it on top of the design. And it does not have to be exact. It's kind of the whole point. And I dried the canvas, by the way. Alright, now I need to find my black paste because I don't know where this is at. That's a mess. I've seen other people do this. Or I've seen somebody else do it. Is that black? Shimmer shadow. I don't want shimmer shadow. I just want straight black. There it is. This needs a little water. Although I'm thinking about outlining it in brown instead, but I think black's going to just show up better. Where you been, Miss Kelly? If you just got home. Were y'all out picking up Misty? What were y'all doing? I'm being nosy. What were you doing? Yeah, we'll see how this turns out. The one I saw looked really cool. So we're like, well, we'll try it. All right, squeegee. And this is just a cheap canvas board from the craft store. You do need to work a little bit quick because wet paste will take off dry paste if you don't move quick enough. So like it'll take off what's already underneath when I go to pull up my transfer. I was a little off, but it's fine. because it didn't really matter where I put it, because when you outline it, you make it bigger than what it actually is. Let me dry this so I don't get my finger in it. Oh, okay, cool. Yes, I made this shirt. How long I've been with Chocolate Tour? February 2019. So I made this sometime late 2019, maybe? And by the way, this sunflower is absolutely amazing, so if you have not purchased it, you need to purchase the sunflower. I have to go get another one. I realize I only have one, and I thought I ordered another one. It's still available. So there is how that turns out. Is that not cool? Like, totally different look, kind of abstract, but not. And I can go back and, like, watercolor some more. And that's what I was going to do on the bottom, but I'm not sure I really want to do it on the bottom and change things up. I don't know. We'll just give it some color there. And then we'll take some of it off so it's not so much. And we'll put some of it back on so it's a little bit more. There. It's just a color. Oh! I haven't been to Waffle House in years. I need to go. Okay, so that just filled in the bottom, and I'm not worried about this top corner because so that filled in the bottom. This top corner doesn't have anything on it. I'm not going to worry about it because this is a cheap canvas little board, and it's, see the feet? It's actually supposed to sit this way, but I didn't want my flower this way and the empty spaces. I wanted it to be the whole flower, so I got to put this in a frame now. And then, isn't that cute? It's totally different. It needs more yellow and sorry, it needs more orange in the center, but I can't add color on top of it now because it's going to get the black wet and it'll spread. I don't want it doing that. So there's our project for tonight. We heat set our pot holders. So those are good to go and have stuff put in them. Like I said, I got to go to the dollar store and grab some more of those. Probably get a frame for this while I'm there, because we will seal this and then put it in there and then sell that. It just looks like some art that you'd get off of a vendor. Different. Yeah. They came from the craft store. If you recognize the brand, you'll know which craft store they came from. It came in a pack of black boards like this and white. And I was thinking about doing the same thing on one of the black boards and seeing how this turns out. I'd have to use a lighter color for the sides and the leaves, but I'm interested to see how that would look on that one, but I need to wash that transfer because it's been drying. Sunflowers are my favorite. They're just cheerful. They're not my favorite flower, but I don't dislike them. Like they're cheery. Sunflowers are just happy flowers. That's why people like them. They're happy. I don't know if I have a favorite flower. Yeah, it works best probably with watercolor paper that's going to soak it up. Because otherwise, like, see how it did this? That's because this is not paper. I mean, it's a board, but it's not watercolor paper that would have soaked it up. Oh, yeah. Wild roses are fine. Store-bought roses, they lost their smell because they're like mass-produced. Like wild roses, they still smell nice. Store-bought roses, if they do smell, it's usually a generic rose smell that was probably sprayed on them, to be honest. But wild roses are okay. But yeah, I don't like their thorns. But yeah, sunflowers are happy. And they feed the birds. Roses don't really feed the birds. And they feed us, too. I ate sunflower seeds. Just got a bunch of different, like, trail mixes. And, of course, those are in there. And the pumpkin seeds. I like those. Alright, so that's my project for tonight. I'm going to wash this as well. Because it should just wash off of here, and then the other side is done with a Sharpie. Like, the lines are done with a Sharpie. So this should be able to be used again, and I don't waste it. And it's better if you get a Ziploc that doesn't have the label in there where you can see all the way through. Doesn't matter, but it's just better. Yeah. And I did think about putting welcome on it, but I think that's just going to be too busy. I don't think it needs it. So it's going to stay like that. Alright, thanks for popping on. I appreciate you joining me, and I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow. It may be Friday. I finally got my, oh shoot, I gotta go do my schedule. I got most of my games scheduled, so I kind of have, I don't have my work schedule, but I have most of my game schedule, so I'm trying to figure out October out. Alright, maybe see you tomorrow, not sure. I do have to score keep, but probably Friday. Alright, have a good night. Oh, unless he makes me work Friday. I'll see you sometime in the next couple of days. Bye!